before the shadows came along. They came at dawn with papers in their hands, crow at my gate, drawing borders on my land. PSP behind them, shadows in their eyes. 3 years of silence from the ones who should reply. I stood alone, but I stood for every life, for every tiny heartbeat fighting through the night. Born wild, born free, under skies they never knew. I fed them, healed them, did what crow never could do. Animal thieves, taking souls they never saved, stealing mothers from the kittens I raised. Animal thieves, hiding cruelty behind the law, but I saw everything. I saw the flaws in their laws. Animal thieves, but their shadows won't remain, because truth survives even after the pain. One kitten fading, crying for a mother gone. A life that could have lived, but crow carried wrong. A clinic room, a sterilization day. No chip, no record, still they took her away. And PSP stood silent, watching fear replace the light, as if justice was a stranger passing by that night. Born wild, born free, under skies they never knew. I fed them, healed them, did what crow never could do. Oh, animal thieves, taking souls they never saved, stealing mothers from the kittens I raised. Animal thieves, hiding cruelty behind the law, but I saw everything. I saw the flaws in their laws. Animal thieves, but their shadows won't remain, because truth survives even after the pain. 3 years of emails lost in municipal air. 3 years of begging someone just to care. But silence is a weapon when power wants control, and fear is just a cage they try to build around your soul. Yet every stolen heartbeat echoes in the dark, and every buried memory leaves a permanent mark. Justice rises slowly, but it rises all the same. Through every broken promise and every whispered name, they tried to bend the truth, but truth refused to break. And every stolen life became a vow I had to make. The law they twisted once will turn back on their hands, because justice isn't silent, it learns where to stand. twisted into wrong. Because courage isn't quiet, it learns to stay strong. Animal thieves, but I'm still standing strong. For every little light they treated wrong. Animal thieves, your cruelty won't define, because love is louder, and these cats were mine. Animal thieves, hear the truth in what I say. You took their bodies, but you won't take their names away. I will never give up, not for the souls they left behind, not for the fragile hearts they tried to undermine. They started fighting the wrong person when they stepped onto my land. Because I'm the one who rises, the one who learns to stand. And I'll stand until the day they bow to the real laws they ignored. For justice isn't silent, it's a promise I've sworn to uphold forevermore. Rest in peace, my little ones. Your memory lives in every step I take.